Well, we've probably all had times when we wished our neighbors would cut their grass.
Or trim their bushes, but what do you do when you don't know who lives next door? Or when the mess gets so out of control that your property starts to suffer. A viewer called 10 on your side with that very problem. The house beside him in Hampton has been vacant for years. Stephanie Harris joins us now with more from the newsroom. And I understand, Steph, that the city has gotten involved in this case.
Yes, Tom, they have. But if you ask the neighbor, it's just not enough. He wants the city to cut the grass and the shrubs, but they say first they have to cut through a lot of red tape.
It's easy to see Jimmy Barrett takes pride in his yard, and easy to understand why he has a problem with this house next door.
First place, it make my little face look bad.
The grass is growing out of control. The shrubs now shutter the house, and the pests.
Possums over there, rats, snake, and the ants are terrible. The spiders are terrible.
Barrett says it's been this way for 3 years, but he can't blame his neighbors. They're dead. City records show it belongs to Ida Park, and this is how she kept the home nicely groomed until she passed away in 2007. She left the house to her daughter, who died a few years later. With no known heir, Barrett called the city of Hampton for help.
This is a really tricky situation.
Spokesperson Robin McCormick says the city is limited in what it can do because the property does belong to someone.
They may not know they own it. I mean, you have a lot of issues there with unclaimed property that have to be researched through the courts, and everyone's legal rights have to be protected.
The city is moving on the matter, just not fast enough for Barrett.
I don't expect them to keep that like I keep mine the best I can, but I don't expect them to do that. There's nobody to live there, but I do expect them to cut the grass.
The city told 10 on your side they can only do what's allowed by law, and the ordinance says they can't cut until it's 10 inches high, and they can't touch rodents or shrubs because that's not in the law, but this is. The property is now $4,000 delinquent in taxes. So the city posted this sign April 4th, informing the owner they intend to sell the property. It gave 5 days for a response. It's been 82. Too long for Jimmy Barrett.
It just makes the whole neighborhood look bad.
Now, the city has been cutting the grass just when it's 10 inches high. Again, not enough for Barrett. And the city spokesperson also said she couldn't give us a time frame on putting that house up for sale. That, she says, is up to the courts. Meantime, if you find yourself in a similar position with maybe a neighbor's home in shambles, call your city and file a complaint right away. The sooner you get the problem on record, the quicker the city can move on it. Stephanie Harris, 10 on your side.